A mysterious signal has just been detected at the CERN particle accelerator, causing excitement among scientists. It could completely turn particle physics on its head. Is there a whole new form of matter?
We are looking at what was discovered there and why it could overturn our understanding of the cosmos. So make sure to stay tuned until the end. A warm welcome, everyone.
By the way, it looks like I'll have the opportunity to visit CERN in Switzerland this fall and produce a video there. It's not completely finalized yet, but it's looking very promising.
Let me know if you would be interested in an on-site video at CERN. If enough people want it, I would do it in the fall. And if you don't want to miss it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel.
Subscribing is completely free, you won't miss any more exciting discoveries, and you'll be helping me out in a big way. Thanks guys, and now to the topic at hand. A mysterious signal that points to a completely new type of matter. It's not something we hear about every day.
Imagine top quarks, the most massive and short-lived of all known elementary particles, usually do not manage to combine before they decay again. They are simply too short-lived. But now researchers at CERN have discovered something unexpected. Signs that these top quarks can briefly form a connection with their antimatter counterparts. This mysterious structure is called toponium. Sounds like an ore you could mine in World of Warcraft with maximum mining skill. However, toponium could actually be the smallest composite particle ever observed. The discovery is so unlikely that even the researchers were surprised.
Andreas Meyer from the CMS collaboration at CERN explains, when we started the project, toponium wasn't even considered as a background for this search. The toponium hypothesis is very exciting because we didn't expect to be able to observe it at the LHC at all.
To be able to classify this discovery, we need to briefly dive into the wonderful world of quark physics. Nothing easier than that, right? In the standard model of particle physics, there are 6 different quarks.
Up, down, charm, strange, top and bottom. Under normal circumstances, these quarks group together to form the particles we know. The top quarks are special. They are more massive than all the others and decay in less than a trillionth of a second. In this tiny amount of time, even light travels only 0.1 femtometers, a fraction of the size of the particle itself. So we are really talking about absolutely unimaginably small scales, about the fabric of reality itself, the programming code of the universe.
You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland.
This is exactly what makes the current discovery so surprising, because in fact top quarks shouldn't have any time to connect with other particles. They simply decay too quickly. It would be like trying to stick 2 snowflakes together in a volcano. Impossible, one would think. And yet the CERN researchers have observed exactly this impossible event. The scientists were actually looking for additional Higgs bosons, as one does on a normal workday, when they notice something strange in their data. In the analysis of proton collisions from the years 2016 and 2018, they discovered an unexpected surplus of top quark pairs, precisely at the energy threshold, minimally required to produce such pairs at all. I know it's all very complex, so imagine it like this. You are observing a lake and counting how many fish come to the surface per hour to catch flies. Suddenly you notice that at a very specific temperature, twice as many fish appear as expected. This suggests that something special is happening at this particular temperature. Perhaps certain insects hatch at that exact moment, which the fish particularly like. Now I somehow feel like going fishing similar with the top quarks at CERN. The excess at this exact energy threshold suggests an unknown physical process, in this case possibly the short-lived formation of toponium. Why is this so exciting? Because toponium would be the last missing piece of the quarkonium family. Quarkonium is once again not a wow ore, but an unstable bond between heavy quarks and their antimatter counterparts. The other members of the family, charmonium, charm, anticharm, and bottomonium, bottom, antibottom, were already discovered in the 1970s. Charmonium emerged in 1974, bottomonium followed in 1977, but toponium was considered nearly impossible to observe due to the extremely short-lived nature of top quarks. Until now, John Ellis, a renowned theorist from King's College in London, explains,
If confirmed, the signal reported by CMS could be due to either a quasi-bound top-anti-top meson, commonly referred to as toponium, or possibly an elementary spin-zero boson, as found in models with additional Higgs bosons, or even a combination of both. When we talk about size, charmonium and bottomonium are already incredibly tiny, measuring around 0.6 and 0.4 femtometers respectively.
A femtometer is 1/1,000,000th of a nanometer, so roughly the distance at which I abandoned my run during my regular attempts to start jogging. Bottomonium was previously considered the smallest known hadron.
But toponium, with its much greater mass, would be much, much smaller. We are talking about a particle that is possibly an order of magnitude smaller than anything we have been able to observe so far. Really at the very limit of what we can measure with our current methods, or even at the limit of what can exist at this smallest scale, a pixel of the cosmos, so to speak.
A fascinating property of toponium, it would be unique among all quarkonium particles. While in charmonium and bottomonium, the decay is triggered by the mutual annihilation of the matter and antimatter components, toponium would decay through the spontaneous decay of one of its components. It's as if a tango pair stops dancing, not because the dancers collide with each other, but because one of the dancers suddenly just disappears.
But how certain can we be that this is really topinium? The statistics are impressive. Andreas Mayer explains the cross-section we obtained for our simplified hypothesis is 8.8 picobarn with an uncertainty of about 15%. This means that this signal exceeds the famous 5 sigma threshold in particle physics, which is required for an official discovery. The probability that this is a statistical fluctuation is therefore extremely low. However, there is another possible explanation for the observed signal. It could be a previously unknown elementary boson, similar to the Higgs boson but with different properties. To find out what is really going on, the CMS researchers investigated the angular correlation of the decay products. This investigation revealed that the signal exhibits all the experimental characteristics of a pseudoscalar particle,
which would be compatible with both toponium and certain types of additional Higgs bosons. John Ellis adds,
The toponium state produced in the LHC would be a pseudoscalar boson whose decays into these final states would have characteristic angular distributions, and the excess of events reported by CMS shows the angular correlation expected for such a pseudoscalar state.
In principle, one could say that regardless of which of the two explanations is correct, the champagne corks can pop at CERN. We are on the brink of a groundbreaking discovery. But not everything is set in stone yet. There are 2 major challenges on the way to final confirmation. The first is to improve the modeling of the production of top quark pairs at the LHC.
The second challenge is consistency with the ATLAS experiment, the second large detector at the LHC. ATLAS physics coordinator Fabio Cerruti explains ATLAS has conducted similar studies in the past, but with a more conservative approach to systematic uncertainties. To shed more light on the CMS observation, whether it is a new boson, a top quasi-bound state, or a limited understanding of the modeling of top anti-top production at the threshold, further studies are needed on our part. Interestingly, this discovery comes almost exactly 50 years after the so-called November Revolution in particle physics when charmonium was discovered in 1974. Ellis comments, the discovery of toponium 50 years after the November Revolution would be an unexpected and welcome golden anniversary gift for its charmonium cousin, which was discovered in 1974. If the observation of toponium is confirmed, it would not only deepen our understanding of quarks, but also show that nature sometimes finds ways to make even the seemingly impossible possible.
It would be further proof that despite all progress, we are still far from understanding everything about the fundamental building blocks of our universe. And what does this mean for the future of particle physics? Well, the discovery could pave the way for new experimental approaches. If top quarks can indeed form short-term bonds, this could potentially open up new ways to study the behavior of these elusive particles. Perhaps one day we could even conduct more precise measurements of the properties of top quarks, thereby gaining insights into the fundamental forces of the universe. If you want to stay updated on the latest developments in this exciting story, and there will certainly be a lot happening, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you'll be notified of all the videos. And what makes the whole thing even more fascinating, by the way, is that science is constantly discovering new things not only in the very smallest, but also in the very largest. While we search for tiny subatomic particles here on Earth, our space telescopes explore the depths of the cosmos and find potential signs of life there. You heard that right. Have you heard about the latest findings on the exoplanet K2-18b? The James Webb Space Telescope may have found evidence of extraterrestrial life there. No joke. You can find all the details about this groundbreaking discovery in my new video, which is now displayed in the top right corner. Be sure to click on it and check out the fascinating depictions of this potential alien world.
As always, you'll find another exciting video about space and science at the bottom right. Otherwise, I'd say see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.